use your skull as a bowl, who will never ever sell their soul. No. Who's stoking up the coals of hell? Who cannot be controlled? You know it's we three trolls, we three trolls. Now don't you get your overalls in a twist, y'all, but this podcast ain't endorsed by that world-famous comedy store or any kind of world-famous nothing. These three folks are just too rude, you hear? Who goes to the grassy knoll on an evening stroll? You know it's we three trolls, we three trolls. Yee-hoo! Get ready to be offended, y'all.
All right, we're on.
Don't say no.
I predict Rozafa will pop in 15 minutes.
All right, perfect. Running on black time.
Yeah. Yeah, that riot should have happened like 3 days earlier, huh?
Yeah, right.
I'm so mad. It took them 2 days to burn down the police station. That's the first spot you should have burned down.
Yeah, well,
bolted immediately.
This whole thing is turning out to be a giant false flag.
Wow.
Agent provocateur. I mean, it's just, this is Boston bombing all over again, and we're just watching it happen in real time. And I'm so enjoying everybody telling me how crazy I am and that I'm an agent of misinformation. And then like 10 minutes later, more shit comes out and they get real quiet. So I like my batting average in this whole thing. I pretty much have only gotten sports conspiracies wrong. The rest of it, I've been nailing it pretty hard. And, you know, guys, I mean, we are in a place right now where, like, we're going to have to get to a place where it's like either we start pushing back or else everything goes away. And that's my real opinion right now.
Dude, which sports conspiracies did you have wrong?
They both revolve around Michael Jordan. And I thought that he had quit basketball the first time because they caught him betting. And I just don't think that now. I think he was in just a fish bowl and he was getting tired of it. And he just wanted a break. And so that's why I think I got wrong. And then the flu game, I thought he was hungover. And that's what it was. And he tried to make it seem like it, and it wasn't. He's trying to say it was a food poisoning, but he spit on the pizza so that nobody else would eat it, right? But he also was smoking a lot of cigars. There's this theory that he's smoking a lot of cigars, so he spit on the pizza, and so it could be that he just ate his own toxins and got even sicker. So who knows? Ro, how are you?
Oh, we can't hear you, Rose.
This is the perfect podcast.
Best chick ever, right?
Yeah.
Rozafa, mute and unmute yourself.
I muted myself. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you.
On black time.
I thought you were going to be later than me, dude. I was taking my sweet time.
This is this is my thing I do now. I just got informed that I take pre-show shits before every show. That seems to be me. I prepare for, that's my preparation.
Well, you get excited about it. That's like me when I get to drink alcohol. I have to take a shit right before it. If I get drugs, immediately I have to
I mean,
woman.
It used to be like just the thought of doing drugs would make me take a shit. Even if I wasn't going to do it, I was like, oh man, I could go get some drugs. Boom, I got to go take a shit.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
It's called being a professional, being an adult.
I love that. See the glass half full, not half empty. That's how I see it, man. Yeah. We're just talking about these false flags going on in Minnesota and how this shit is all contrived. And, you know, I'm just getting called the agent of misinformation, and I just keep winning, dude. I just keep winning.
They arrested him now, the cop that actually killed him.
I don't even know if he's a real cop.
Yeah,
I don't even know any of that shit.
the whole city burnt down, and they're like, okay, maybe we should arrest this guy. I don't know, because they used to work together.
Yeah, I mean, they want martial law. This is all to bring in martial law, and I do believe this is phase 2. We're now in phase 2. You know, phase 1 was the pandemic, lock everybody down. Now, here's a weird thing. You know, within the Q community and like that, sometimes that just that letter makes people get weirded out. But there was this talk about how a part of this lockdown is to stop deep state actors committing false flags. And the minute we start opening up everything, boom, this fucking happens.
Yeah.
And
did you see the guy with the umbrella, the black umbrella walking through and putting bricks through AutoZone, and they were following him? Like, why is that not on the news?
And
why
here's what's even crazier. So
they're just showing black people rioting. I'm like, you're just making black people look bad, and most of the rioting is white people.
Well, that's the purpose of it.
Yeah,
it's like to create this kind of, you know, this fight, which is, you know, white people think one thing, black people think another thing. So black people are mad that a white person killed a black person, and then white people are mad because they're looting the city. So everybody's pointing fingers at each other. That's called nonlinear warfare. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Is they're trying to get us so nobody knows what's coming or going. Okay. So the whole thing is that we should be supporting each other. And this is the pushback I'm getting from everybody. When I tell everybody that more white people are killed by cops than black people. And then the counter to that is per capita, right? Which is the percentage of the population that is black, how many of those deaths happen. And then my counter to that is, on average, the last 4 years, 230 black people have been killed by cops out of 37 million. So what percentage of the population is getting killed by cops? It's less than 1%. It's less than, and not, that doesn't mean that those deaths don't mean anything. Of course, they're super tragic. But the question is, why is this always on television? Why is it only white cops killing black cops? Because part of that 230, some of those people were black cops killing black cops.
Right.
It's
they're just trying to start a race war. It's like,
sure.
They're not. You know what I find funny too? It's the same people that wear the mask. They're like, wear the mask, you're gonna kill somebody. They're all like, rise up, let's start looting and burning the city down. I'm like, how does that make sense? Like, you're about the mask, all about it, but then you're cheering people on when they're looting and burning the city down. I'm all for protesting. All cops who kill people who they're murderers. Charge them. They should all be charged. And that can nip it in the butt. Okay? That's it. You wouldn't have that problem anymore if people actually were accountable for killing other people, right? Like, they're not above the law just because you're a police officer. You still should be able, you know, to be charged. But they don't do that. They wait for the city to burn down until they do that.
I totally agree. Now, bro,
who do you think?
Hold on. There is I just shush you on your own podcast. Please. I just like that because I just want to yell at people. You know, go on. So my apologies.
I was going to say, who do you think is promoting it on Twitter? Like, who are the people who are trying to get people to cause unrest?
It's George Soros. It's the deep state. All this shit's coming out right now. Listen. Whatever Donald Trump is, I don't know. Because it's like he does enough shit that you're like, okay, this guy is obviously not our savior. But then he does stuff you're like, that's not part of the playbook that a guy who's a part of the whole system would do. So it's issue to issue, man. I think he's a crime boss. So this is 100% George Soros. This is what he does. He basically pays for agent provocateurs to cause chaos, and he is part of that whole group. He owns part of that Wuhan lab where this disease came from. He is 100% a part of this whole thing. He's a globalist. They don't want any fucking borders. They want a one world government, and they want us to have no rights. They want completely us to be digital currency that they can control. So if we say anything they don't like, they shut off our money and they run everything. That's what this is all about. And this Obamagate, the truth just came out about Seth Rich. Okay. 100%. He was the guy that gave the documents to WikiLeaks. So that's coming out, and that will all lead to Debbie Wasserman Schultz hiring fucking the MS-13 to assassinate Seth Rich. And those two guys that she hired, they were in fact killed as well. So they're all dead. That's all this is all about.
Has that came out yet or no? Has it came out?
Yeah, it's all coming out. But I've been telling people this for 5 years, what's going on.
Wow.
5 years now. Back road to what I wanted to tell you is that, so now another video's coming out of that black guy in pink and the guy with the umbrella walking together having a conversation. So the question is, was that staged? Was that guy confronting that guy? Is he part of it?
Right.
Which is non-linear warfare, which is give you all this information from all different ways so you don't know what's going on. So
I saw the video and it looked like he was like, hey, hold my blunt real quick, because the guy was like, you want to come at me? And then he was following and still, but it was like so weird that the camera just caught it perfectly. Which could happen. It could happen, but it just creates chaos because I don't know what to believe. And if I say something that's not mainstream, then people just come after me. So I've learned to just like hold back a little bit because I can't handle it. I can't handle their emotions. It's too much.
I've just learned you can't save those who don't want, these people just want to stay asleep, go to sleep. But it's coming, dude. It's coming. A war's coming. And what side of history do you want to be on? And, it's like, it's coming. It's coming. They want martial law. This is all about martial law. And they want to lock everything down. Dude, and this is just the beginning. When we get to a point where the food's not there. I mean, dude, we literally allow China and Brazil to run our meat factories. And now they're sending all of our meat to China. So they're purposely fucking with our food supply. And, Obama allowed these.
Our bats?
What?
They're getting our bats?
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. They're sending American bats over there out of fucking like Detroit. All the fucking hoods they're sending hood bats over there. Obama allowed this all to happen. Obama allowed Long Beach port to be taken over by China. And that's where a lot of the fentanyl was coming in through. And it's just like, there we go, dude. That guy's legacy is fun. And it's so fun because black people think he's one of them. And he's a Bush, man. His grandfather is like 9th cousins with George Bush Sr. And that sounds like a lot until you start actually putting it together. And it's like, that's basically great-great-grandparents. That's basically how far back it goes. It's not that much. I mean, it's okay. So, if you're, I know somebody who has their mother's alive. They're 92. They have a daughter, and that daughter has a daughter, and that daughter just had a daughter. That's 4 generations.
Yeah.
In one lifetime. So now you go back all you need is one more lifetime, and boom, you're right there. It's not that far away.
Wow. It's wild.
Can I yell at you guys more on your own show?
No, I love it. Keep yelling. I love your rants.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's once they take your rights away, it's like even with the new information that they're getting, they're not really loosening up as much as you would think. Like it's like
it's 9/11.
Everybody could see the numbers. Why are they not allowing us to go back to work like normal? It's like this doesn't make sense. New information. Use the new information and move on. But it's like they're just using it. Why are you? They don't want to give back the rights. It's like
they want martial law.
How much they can take. Yeah.
They want martial law. They want chaos. They want to destroy what we have and rewrite it in what they want. And people got, LA is like, it's so sad because, you know, I lived in LA for 20 years and you know, especially early on, you would hear all this shit from like, in particular, the New York comedy scene. Oh, LA sucks. LA's a piece of shit. And you're like, dude, you don't know LA. You don't know LA. If you moved here, you'd live here and you'd love it. But man, in the last couple of years, we have become what everybody hated about us. A bunch of sellout fucking cucks. And we're just sitting here allowing this shit to happen, man. You're like, dude, why did Huntington Beach basically open up? Because they pushed back. And Gavin Newsom didn't want anyone to realize he has no power. He has none. He has none. We are the power. And Huntington Beach said, fuck you. We're going to do what we want to do. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to allow you guys to open. Well, thank you. Because we were going to open anyways.
Yeah.
It's basically like a peaceful way of fighting back. You just open your business and let people come in. You don't have to burn your business to the ground.
Can I say something about that? That's the part that really makes me mad. These dumb motherfuckers, mostly white people, encouraging the burning of the Target. Do you not understand how necessary that Target is to that community? It's vital. Most of the people that live in the neighborhood work at the fucking Target. Now they have no job. They're not going to rebuild that Target there, so they're never going to have that job again. Furthermore, have you ever been poor? Have you ever ridden the fucking bus to Target in another neighborhood, had to carry home a fucking dresser on the bus? It's great to have a fucking Target in your neighborhood. I mean, you don't like capitalism, that's fine, but that's what makes our fucking country run. So you're killers. You're murderers. You murdered those people, not me, because I went to the fucking beach, okay?
Yep.
I didn't burn the fucking beach down.
I'm with you, dude. And that's the passion we fucking need, because you're fucking right. And these flip-flopping motherfuckers, you know, if I see a blue check mark by your name on Twitter, I assume you're an asshole and you got to earn my respect. That's what blue check marks now say. Don't trust me. I'm full of shit. That's what that says. So I'm now at a place where I see a blue check mark. I go, okay, what's this piece of shit trying to lie to me about? And what we see, dude, is like these guys, the resistance for the last fucking 20 years, telling me that evil white guys are destroying the fucking country and we fucking should get rid of evil white rich men because they're destroying everything. And as soon as this shit hit, all they're like is like, listen to Bill Gates. He's trying to help us. Oh my God, do what the cops tell you to do. And then this thing hits, and now they're like, fuck the cops, fuck white people, fuck rich people. It's like, man, you guys flip-flop with the fucking wind, man. Yeah. And I'm consistent. Fuck authority. They should do what we tell them to do. We're the fucking power. And when you have that stance, you don't flip every time the situation changes. Mm-hmm. It's very simple, man. I said it. Lock up, open up. I went the same side of the argument. Fuck the cops. When they kill that guy, same argument. Fuck the cops. I didn't change on anything. I'm not flip-flopping based on who's fucking doing the protesting. Yeah. And that's what we're out. These phony fucks out here trying not to piss off anybody so they can get a fucking show on fucking Quibi or whatever that fucking 10-minute fucking live streaming shit that nobody's listening to.
Sorry, I have to take this phone call. Sorry.
Take it.
Wow, Rozafa too good for her own podcast. That would be the shit, dude. I've never seen that. The fucking president better be calling Rozafa.
What if that was?
He just called to say he loves our work.
Yeah, he's like, I'm one of the people that listen to We Three Trolls, and I want to put you guys on some sort of committee. Can we do that?
Now we have confirmation Rozafa is the CIA handler.
Dude, where are you? Where are you right now? What weird, deep, dark web are you on right now with that blue light?
I'm using my friend Q's compound to phone this in.
Dude, perfect. By the way, your pandemic look is great. Like, you're going to book a lot of shit when it all comes back. From fucking hacker to child molester to fucking white nationalist. You got it all. That is the look, dude.
I will say this. Iceland is a white nation and there's no crime there. Just saying.
Dude, I got a question, Sam. Like, because Joseph and I went to do comedy last night at a place that like they just say, fuck it, we're just gonna do comedy.
Yes, dude. Yes. Where was that? Let me hear how it went first.
Therapeutic Noise in Long Beach. He's gonna open up in Hollywood next week, he thinks. So
Good.
you have no excuse not to go, comedians that are watching.
Go. I'm going to Kansas City next weekend. They're doing small numbers. It's like 80 people. I'm like, fuck, finally I could sell out a place, right? and
Dude, well, let me ask you though, since you were around when Mitzi was around, right?
Yep.
What do you think Mitzi would be thinking about this? Don't you think she would be fucking going against the rules and doing some shit like?
Yeah, I mean, like when 9/11 happened, she closed for 2 days. That was the first time that the comedy club ever closed, ever. And then she came right back. And I don't think she would stay this close. Now, I also know that the Comedy Store is doing a lot of work for the employees and stuff like that. So I don't want to make it seem like they're like negative people. You know, it's just like this has never, ever been seen before. We don't have – this is unprecedented what's going on. People, this virus. And, you know, it's just like, oh, man, it's about to go over 100,000. And it's just like, you know, those numbers aren't real. You know, I mean, how many doctors, how many press conferences do we have to have where they tell you they're lying about the numbers? That any death that happens, you know, they're naming COVID right now. And it just, the truth is that the narrative is dead. And that's why they need this other thing now. And it just sucks because we allow this small group of people to pull this bullshit. I miss the Comedy Store. I hope it comes back. I hope the Laugh Factory comes back. I hope the Improv comes back. I mean, it's going to be real hard. The Comedy Store has been blessed with 5 years of the greatest stretch run a comedy club probably had outside the early 80s at the Comedy Store. But I don't know how these other comedy clubs are going to do it, man. I don't know. Do they have that much money in the bank to be able to not – I mean, I think the Laugh Factory owns its club. I don't know, man. It's like – I hope it all comes back.
The Ice House at least would. I mean, since they've been around the longest, that they would actually own the property. But
well, they just got sold to the buses who own the Lakers. So the Lakers own the Ice House.
Okay.
Yeah, but they should be able to survive too because, you know, they were gonna shut down for remodeling. So this is fine. But it's just like, what, dude? Why can weed stores be open, liquor stores be open, Target can be open, Walmart can be open, but a mom and pop shop can't be?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, like, why you wouldn't be able to spread people out. I mean, it seems like you'd have less chance of infection if they were actually spread out. Like, you'd be interacting less with people who are, you know, possibly sick.
Yeah, I totally agree. Bro, was that your Coke dealer telling you the new rules of Coke dealing during the pandemic?
Oh, I'm a slumlord now, dude. So I had a call from my boss. I have to answer when she calls because fucking.
Are you the apartment complex manager?
Yeah.
Good. That's great. My buddy was that forever, man. My buddy Scott Ross forever, dude.
The free rent is amazing. Free rent, there's nothing like. If I didn't have free rent right now, I would lose my place. I really would. I wouldn't be able to pay my rent. So
well, I'm glad that's
very thankful for it.
I'm glad.
Fired Rozafa, you should set the building on fire and protest.
A little. It's so funny. Every group, every like time a building burns down or anything, whatever ethnic group is in that area, it's called their lightning, right? It's like Jewish lightning, Greek lightning, Albanian lightning, Armenian lightning, just like people trying to get out of fucking any kind of debt or anything like that. I'm sure they're just, but excluding Minnesota, I'm sure people are just lighting shit on fire all over the country. Got to get out of this. No.
Well, Weren't they doing that in Hollywood too? Wasn't the Target that was getting looted in Hollywood or off
Did
the
it?
101? Did it?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything like that. I mean, dude, these like waiting, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. When you see people waiting in line, people driving in cars with their masks on, Alyssa Milano wearing a mask that she knitted. Like, were you told to do that? Were you told to be? I mean, dude, never has so many boners been wasted on such a horrible human being.
Fuck, sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Also, if you ever see the movie, she's in a vampire movie, and she has terrible tits. So Alyssa Milano is officially useless.
Dude, I totally agree. When I saw those tits for the first time, it was like the biggest letdown of my childhood.
Yeah. This is what we waited for, boys.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Terry Hatcher, too.
Terry Hatcher, too. Thank you, Wub. God damn it.
Yeah, we haven't heard that name in forever. Where's Terry Hatcher? She was on fire and then just she probably started this COVID. She probably
And that's why that whole Seinfeld episode is such a fucking a bunch of bullshit, where they make this big deal of Terry Hatcher's tits, and then in real life, it's not even true.
Yeah, it's all a push-up bra, man. It's all a lie, just like 9/11.
Dude, I'm with you, dude. It's very weird. If I was making a living off my looks, I would have everything fine-tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I've been making a living off of being completely unfuckable for 2 decades, so I'm good to go.
You've been cultivating that.
Yeah, I've been really leaning into my unfuckability. Really owning it.
Hey, Sam, I wanted to ask you earlier, what happened with Michael Jordan's dad?
Michael Jordan's dad ended up being murdered. And the rumor is that it was over, supposedly, like, everyone says Michael had a bad gambling problem. Supposedly his dad had an even worse gambling problem.
That's what I was thinking, too. Interesting.
But wouldn't you be like, hey, son, I normally don't do this, but those like bazillions of dollars that you've been making with these gifts that I gave you through banging your mom? Do you think you pay off this debt for me because these guys want to fucking kill me? Do you mind giving them $200,000 to get me out of this shit?
Maybe he did that a number of times and he was just sick of it,
Oh, that's true.
That does happen when you deal with addictive gambling.
I'm sick of paying for your shit. You always fucking do this, and I think that you think you can get out of it just because I got a shit ton of money, and I already, I've already warned you this many times, and blah 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 blah.
Well, here's a weird thing. If you want to get into really some weird conspiracies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not saying this is happening, but if we're just spitballing here, man, blood sacrifice, usually to be very famous, somebody close to you has to die. That's kind of the agreement, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened with John Travolta?
It has to be someone who's really close, a parent, a baby.
There's like, how many of them have like, yeah.
Have
Oh, do you guys hear it? Do you guys hear how there's a video out there that said Brody Stevens was my blood sacrifice? Like, I killed Brody Stevens.
What?
And I want to be like, and what did I get out of it? 1,200 Patreon subscribers? I mean, like, that's the worst blood sacrifice ever. I got nothing. And my credit even just went down. I got nothing.
Sam, I have to say this, though. Brody was going to be the guest on our podcast the next week. And guess who's the guest on our podcast now?
Kind of strange.
This will make the internet. This will come to haunt me. But it's unbelievable. It's just like someone put out this video. I didn't even want to watch it. I mean, I wanted to take it, put laugh tracks on it, and then put it out myself. Because it's so ridiculous, the idea that would happen. But that's where we live. But going back to Michael Jordan, is that whoever's you can hear me on this? Can you guys hear me? Because I can hear me talking on one of your things. So I don't know if that's going to affect the sound when you put
Oh,
it
it's
out.
gonna
but-
sound like shit no matter what. We've already.
Okay, perfect, dude.
already
Let's just
tried that.
lean into it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the worst recorded podcast ever. Enjoy it.
Yeah, why am I hearing you backtrack of Sam?
Well, because what happens is when you don't use headphones, it is recording what you're hearing, so it's like a weird loop.
I see.
We're just flexing that you had headphones and we don't. Headphones and microphone. We're not shit over here.
Well, I don't know wherever you are, whatever.
I'm in
Like,
my sex dungeon. I can't sit in my sex swing, can I?
man, I bet you've been doing a lot of pandemic fucking, haven't you?
No, this is the problem because you get them on the line. They're all very aggressively wanting to fuck. They will not travel to you. And
I don't know you know this, but even when it's not pandemic, chicks don't want to travel to you. That's the
also
whole
true.
thing.
That's also true. And I live in Canoga Park, so I kind of cockblocked myself.
Yeah. Yeah,
I live in
that
a
is
nice
definitely a
house.
place chicks don't want to travel to get laid to. Nobody wants to go to Canoga Park for some dick.
But I have a
They
nice.
got a nice Olive Garden there.
Yeah, they do have a nice Olive Garden. But where is an Olive Garden not nice?
Well, I mean, like the thing that
Authentic
sucks
Italian
about
cuisine.
living in Hollywood is like you see all these commercials for all these like great restaurants that you want to go to, and none of them are in Hollywood because it's too expensive to open up a fucking place.
Yeah.
They just shut down the Sizzler near me. I'm like, what kind of world do we live in where I can't go to a Sizzler?
A good world.
A good
Well, the
world.
one in my neighborhood
Oh
is
my
fine.
God.
So my
Sizzler.
friend who's like my age, like I'm 47, he's even younger than me. He's like 43. His daughter is now having a kid. He's going to be a grandparent at 43 years old, right? Which is crazy to me. Okay. But he's like, he goes to her, is like, why are you having a kid during a pandemic? I go, because it's the only free thing you could do, right? It's like everyone's boning because there's nothing else to do.
Very true. A lot of people are adopting dogs too, I noticed.
Good.
A lot of
Fucking them too.
yeah,
are getting
and
dogs
fucking
and
that
shit. I got a new dog and then we found its home. I was like, fuck, man. He was cute
What do
as
you mean
shit.
it's you found a dog? You literally found a dog.
I didn't find it. My friend found it in Gardena, following another pregnant bulldog. And the bulldog belonged to the owner, and the other dog was just following him around. So I was like, "Oh, I'll take him. He looks cute." I guess he belonged to somebody in Gardena, and
Oh,
the
they were
gate
just
was open.
freaking out. I'm sure.
I know.
couldn't-
He's the cutest dog ever. Eleanor, get over here. Yeah, send him back. He
Is
pissed
Eleanor
off.
Kerrigan at your house?
Huh?
Is
It's
Eleanor
weird.
Kerrigan at your house? And
This
you
is my
talk to-
dog. Here,
Yeah.
yeah, come here.
I love dogs. Aww.
I named her after Eleanor Kerrigan.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Why does it look like you're hanging dildos behind you? Like this is your artwork. It's like,
That's Taylor's.
okay. These are 1,000 dead dildos.
You know, he does seem to have cock on the brain. Very
Hey, dude,
balanced, like a
Teach
lot
their
of
own, dude.
people.
I mean, he did that when he was on drugs, so God knows. I don't know.
Yeah, so he had cock on the brain.
So what was that, Thursday?
Yeah. So every time my mom calls me, she always like listens to CNN and stuff. And I just in one conversation I told her Tom Cruise was gay, John Travolta was gay, and that he killed his son. And she was like, "Oh my God, why are you telling me all this stuff?" I felt kind of bad, but I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, wait
I
a
was like,
second. Wait a second. John Travolta's son did die, so that's his blood sacrifice.
Yeah,
Dude, you'd be amazed at how many of these famous people
they
have
just found him dead, right?
weird
His son-
deaths.
Joaquin Phoenix. Why
What
is
was-
Joaquin Phoenix a celebrated genius actor when River only got to do like 5 movies?
Yeah, right? It's like really weird, dude.
Did they
What
have-
about Biden's son, the one who died of cancer? Was he one?
Yeah, they got
I don't know. They were already deep in the game, so I don't know if that's. But dude, that whole Biden shit. I'm telling you, man. I think this whole Biden shit is that they're just setting it up so Hillary can walk right in. They're gonna lower the bar so low for Joe. Like they're literally trying to. He's trying to do whatever he can to have people hate him. He's like basically decided he's gonna live that Brewster's Millions kind of campaign. You guys remember that movie where like he tried to get people not to vote for him? That is Joe Biden's whole campaign strategy. Try to get people.
Donnelly.
The New York Post or the Washington Post or the New York Times puts out Joe Biden leading in the polls over Donald Trump. Says nobody ever.
Do you think he's even like cognizant of himself running? Does he even know that he's running? Or is he just like on autopilot and they just push him in front of the camera and they just know he's going to go?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, like, it's one of two things. Either he has no clue what's going on or he's so diabolical that this is the game he's playing because it's his role. He's been told, you're not going to make it. We need you to run. We need you to be the worst candidate ever. So you're going to say dumb shit. And so at the last second, you're going to step out and we're going to fucking insert Hillary. That's what I think is going to happen. Dude, they indicted him in Ukraine. Everything's coming out. I don't know. You can say whatever you want about Trump and whatever you want about Q, but all this shit that they've been predicting is all slowly coming out. And it's crazy.
Dude, all that shit about the falsified, like, FISA warrants is fucking crazy. It's terrifying because you're just like, what power do these people have? Like, it's basically unlimited.
Oh, without a doubt, dude. And, like, here's the whole thing. Like, it is Watergate times 1,000 because they wiretapped him after he already won the election. So he was an elected president. And they were still spying on him to see if they could find a way to unseat him. This is it. Listen, man, when people look back at this election, they will understand that Hillary suffered the greatest loss in human competition.
That's true.
Why? Because she's a woman? You're a woman hater.
She had every advantage. She had every advantage. She owned the media. The media loved her, and they lied on her.
How bad she is.
That alone makes her the biggest loser of all time.
No, dude, it's even crazier than that. She was wiretapping her opponent.
Yeah.
Saying.
I fell for it. I voted for her. I fell for it. I'm like, I'm Democrat.
Get the fuck off the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm a Democrat.
I don't admit that.
Well, guess what? I'll probably vote for Trump this time around. I probably will.
Well, I'm not voting for anybody, but
I don't know.
Hold on. If he arrests any of these big guys, I will vote for Trump. That's the
what I'm
only
saying.
way.
Like,
I want to see some results. God damn it.
Well, here's the whole thing: is that they have arrested big names, and people just don't. It doesn't resonate because it's not the cow they want, which is Hillary. But I mean, like, if you look at the Brofmans, the billionaire Brofmans, they're part of this group called the Mega Group, okay? And they are giant Zionist billionaires, dude. And they were arrested, went to jail, okay? Epstein is like, I mean, Epstein isn't Hillary, but he is on that level.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone goes to the war, well, it'd be so much better if Hillary was arrested. Really? Do you think she would arrest next to him, Jeffrey Epstein, El Chapo, who's giving millions to her? Any of those people? Not at all. It's just people want one of these people. They want Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, John Brennan, or Comey. One of those got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Comey, man. Comey is so it's just so twisted.
Okay.
Like, people thought he was like, people act like he's just some kind of saint, like he's protecting the nation, like as though he was protecting anything other than his own self-interest. Like,
and then his brother on CNN, they're both just fucking homos on there, like, oh, my brother's the mayor, and then I'm on CNN. They're
Como, he's a piece of shit.
They're both fucking
both pieces of shit. And he basically said, dude, I think there's going to be a class action lawsuit against the governor for what he did in those senior citizen homes by sending those people to basically kill off them to skyrocket the numbers.
Yeah, and then he was blaming it on Trump. So I'm like, no, you take the blame for that. how are these old people getting sick? They don't go anywhere. How are they getting? All of them are dying. They don't leave the nursing home. So how are they getting sick? How are they getting it?
Yeah. So the story is, this is the most amazing shit ever, dude. It's like so insane how like you just start watching the pieces come together, right? So this murder, this guy, if he's even dead, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, if he is actually dead, it is a super tragedy. There's a good chance that this was all staged and that dude is still alive. It is more than possible. Just like I told Joe Rogan, day one of Epstein, day one, I was like, that dude there's a good chance that Epstein's still alive as he is dead. And that is still true today. There's no concrete proof showing that dude is dead.
Yeah, he was sent back to Israel. That dude was Messiah.
Dude,
dirt on all those fuckers.
And dude, how about the fact that like fucking Ghislaine Maxwell is like doing interviews. She's like, you know, when you're a billionaire, a Mossad agent, when you're on the run from the law, they call that evading public appearances, by the way. Have you seen that? She's evading the public. That's what happens when you're that rich and you're on the run from the law.
Yeah.
He's doing court motions. Like, I've never seen a fugitive in my life be able to do court motions while she's on the run.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of that, ever?
Well, they saw a picture of her in In-N-Out Burger, which is also like an indicator of child pornography or child porn.
Oh, yeah. How crazy is that?
Wow.
Have you seen that video?
It's
Ooh.
overrated. The food is overrated, but they fuck kids too.
Yeah. Dude, I'll fight you on that. The burgers are overrated. Those are great burgers, man. You want to go overrated, go to Pink's Hot Dog. I see people waiting in line. I just want to be like, they're lying to you. You're going to be let down.
Yeah.
You go in there, you're like, what is that? Why am I waiting in line for this shit?
Mhm.
You remember when Krispy Kremes went national and everyone's like, oh, this thing's going to change the game. People in New York love it. And you're like, these are the fucking dumbest donuts I've ever eaten in my life.
Dude, they're the cotton candy of donuts.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
have no substance to them.
I agree.
Hello. They're supposed to be sweet. That's it.
It's like eating air. You're like, I just ate nothing. There's nothing there. It's literally a nothing burger.
Speaking of nothing burger, you know how like the meat plants, especially the pork packing plants, everybody's getting coronavirus now all of a sudden, but they're asymptomatic. Do you think Gates has something to do with that because he owns Beyond Burger and Impossible?
Yeah, for sure. And on top of that, the Chinese government runs all of our meat factories.
Wow.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Obama's a piece of shit. And, you know, like there's people like Chris Spencer, who I love so much. He's such a great guy. And like he loves Obama. And I always think about him when I'm about to rip that.
Model. It's a black role model. It's a black role model, you know?
Well, he was sold as that. He's really a piece of shit.
Right.
And it's just like, but to this group of people, he's so important. And I just feel bad for them because they're about to learn Santa Claus isn't real. And it sucks. And it's like you don't want to do because it was culturally such an amazing moment. But then you realize that dude is a Manchurian candidate. Dude, this is how sick these people are. Obama's grandfather was one of the people who basically created the CIA, turned his daughter into an MK Ultra sex kitten, sent her in to go fuck this guy that eventually was Obama's dad. You know, it's like that's how crazy they are. So the moment this kid was born, they were like, oh man, we got us a black kid, our fucking bloodline. We're going to set this kid up to eventually be the president. And that's how they operate, man. Right now, there's a kid who's a little baby who's being bred to be president. That's just how they do it.
What do you think happened with Trump, though?
The same.
Was that just, they just fucked up there? What?
I see. I don't know, man. This person,
I don't know either.
a friend of mine. She's not. I don't know her personally, but I've interviewed her on my show, and she has this great website called Amy Says What the Fuck, and she breaks down like how much black nobility is connected to Trump. All of his kids went to Jesuit schools. His ex-wife and daughters hung out with very powerful Jesuits and black nobility for the longest time. I don't know, man. I don't know. The things that Trump doesn't sound like business as usual. It's definitely not globalism, okay? So it could be a whole I don't know, man. It's just very interesting, man. But, you know, a lot of stuff we hear in the media, I mean, from conspiracy theories always gets shit on. But it's like it all is starting to make sense right now. And the biggest thing is like when we go back to Hillary losing, why did Hillary lose? What happened? Well, the truth is that when Anthony Weiner was arrested, okay, somebody I can hear. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna take this out. When Anthony Weiner was arrested, all right, they went through his laptop and they discovered all this insanely dark, evil shit. Basically, Anthony Weiner is a child pornographer, and he was producing kiddie porn, and he had all these videos of Hillary doing evil shit to kids, right? The FBI goes so far, dude, the NYPD goes nuts. So why did Comey reopen up the investigation into Hillary Clinton so close to the election? Why? Because it wasn't a good thing for him to do for him and Hillary. So why would he do it? Why? And the answer is because he was told by the NYPD if they don't reopen the investigation into Hillary Clinton, they were going to release this fucking computer and everything on it to WikiLeaks. And they were going to put it out. So they had to reopen the investigation. And how that ties into all of this, what's going on in Minnesota right now, is that Susan Rice told NYPD, if you don't get me that fucking computer right now, I'm going to blow up this Eric Gardner thing, and I'm going to make it huge, and you guys are going to feel the wrath of the country because you killed this black guy. If I don't get the hard drive. And they said, fuck you. And she still and that's why the Gardner story blew up. And now most of those NYPD guys are dead. They kill it. You remember that rash of like NYPD deaths? Everyone's like, oh, police officer dead. They're all like, they were all part of this, man. And they killed them all off. And that's why this shit's about to pop off. And there's a video out there. They say it's there. And this is the weirdest thing about Hillary. She's so dumb. She basically alludes to it and talks about how there's a video out there that hit the dark web and then disappeared. If it wasn't real, why would you mention that? Why would you even mention it?
Wow. Is Susan Rice that lady with the Southern accent that...
No, she's the black chick that Clinton met on the tarmac. And everyone's like, dude, that's completely unethical what you're doing right there. And basically what was promised that if Hillary got elected, she would be on the Supreme Court. And that's why she did all this shit. And guess where they all went to? Netflix. They're all on Netflix board. How crazy is fucking that?
Wow. Well, they just moved the CEOs around. Like they make billions and billions of dollars. They get all these like bonuses and shit. And they work with other fucking cronies. And they're like, we're going to fire you for CEO here, but we're going to give you another position for another fucking company.
Yeah.
And every 10 years, the economy crashes.
Yeah.
You know, the real estate shit happened. I was in the middle of that because I was in Vegas. I was doing real estate there. And
is that what they call stripping now?
Stated income, stated asset. These people are just fucking lying. And then they knew it. They knew it was going to happen. People were lying. People are dumb. They're going to fucking sign the paper because they want the fucking house. They want that dream you've been selling them. So they're going to sign the fucking paper. Yeah. And then guess what? 6 months later, when that payment balloons, they still work at McDonald's and they still can't afford it. So now what do you have? A fucking crisis. And we got to bail out the banks that were on Wall Street. We're going to bail them out. Who went to jail for that? One person? One fucking person.
And who was
Ruined.
that?
I don't even remember.
Madoff. And why'd he go to jail? Because he was ripping off rich people.
Yeah. That's it. It doesn't matter that they completely ruined people's lives for fucking 10. It took 10 years to get out of that. And now what did they start? Coronavirus.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take for us to recover from this?
That's what they're doing with cars. They're giving loans out to anybody that can get that wants it, and that's going to crash it next. And that's why you never want to take a loan from the person you're buying a car for, because they want you to default. So they'll take back the car, but you still owe the loan.
Wow. Yeah. Insane.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. And it's like, so everyone's really mad at Obamagate, and I respect that, but we're not going after the 9/11 people.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that. These fucking right-wing people who I love. I love everybody. I love the whole spectrum. I only hate assholes. But these people are like, dude, Obamagate's the worst thing that ever happened in this country. I'm like, you know that a president was a part of 2 assassination attempts, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? And he was a part. Dude, George Bush Sr. was in Dallas the day that JFK was shot. Documents show that. And he was in New York City during 9/11.
And he was in the CIA. He was in the CIA. What more do you want? People in the CIA just kill people and get away with it constantly. That's all they do. What does the CIA do? I don't even know what they do. What exactly do they do? Are they just
control the media? They will be our handlers.
Okay, here's what's going on, right? So I get in arguments with people in the conspiracy world because they keep wanting to tell me that Jews run everything. Sorry, Wub. They don't. What Jews? You know who hates me saying that? Jews.
It's a compliment.
When you say they don't run the world, they fucking hate it. It pisses them off. But they don't. It's Jesuits and it's black nobility. And if you take a look at like the black nobility and the Jesuits, they run the CIA and they run all the cartels. They're double dipping all the time. And they basically cause chaos. I'm not saying everybody at the CIA is a bad person. I'm sure there's some good people there for sure that are, not everybody's in on it. It's like being at the Comedy Store and thinking you know what everybody else is doing. There's little cliques. Some cliques are doing something. Some cliques are doing other things. So, but there's definitely a dark element. Basically the Nazis created CIA. The fucking Jesuits created the Nazis. The Roman Catholic Church created the Jesuits. The black nobility created the fucking the Roman Catholic Church.
Hey, man, second place ain't so bad.
It ain't so bad, man. I mean, you guys are middle management. I hate to tell you that. You guys aren't GMs. You're middle management. You get a shift. You don't get the whole restaurant. I'm sorry. Jews, 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 Jews. Jews. So many Jews. And
I told my mom those Bayer aspirins that she takes, that she tells my dad to take every day, are run by Nazis. She's like, oh my God. I've just been telling her all this bad news. I was like, yeah, they never got rid of the Nazis. We just paid them to come be scientists here, or we sent them to South America. There's places in South America where they don't even speak Spanish. They speak fucking German. All German.
Yeah.
Where do you think Giselle Bouchan comes from? That bitch don't look
100%.
German. She's Nazi blood, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if she's descended from Nazis, then they truly are the master race.
The funniest thing is that I've done a couple episodes that I think have pissed the powers off, because I'm not the biggest conspiracy podcast out there, not even close. But man, they are coming at me hard, dude. And I did one about Hitler being a Rothschild. That's 100% true. Like, Hitler's story is like the bizarro version of Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, right? Like, his father is the bastard son of a Rothschild, Baron Rothschild. His mother was a Strackenberger, okay? Strackenberg. And she had Ollis, who changed his last name to Hitler.
Wow.
He's a Rothschild.
And the body that they found, the skull of Hitler that they found,
was a
wasn't
woman,
even
right?
his skull.
Yeah.
That wasn't even his.
It was a
So
woman.
Yeah,
dude.
what the fuck
Yeah.
is that about?
Hitler's skull was a woman's skull. He was trans too.
Yes, trans agenda. There you go, dude. So
I
listen.
knew it.
So your people got their ass beat by a tranny. Good luck on that.
Well, they do have a lot of strength often.
They really do. Well, I mean, as we know, they're dominating women's sports. So yeah, I get it. I get it. So yeah, the Jews are like women. They just
Well, they do complain a lot.
yeah.
They complain a lot. They like shiny things.
They really are the same. It's very weird.
The matriarch.
Oh, so here's the crazy shit. Oh, are you ready to hear one of the craziest conspiracies I've ever heard? And when you start thinking about it, you're like, it kind of makes sense.
Here for it.
Guess who they think is Hitler's illegitimate son? I'm going to give you each one guess right now. Go as bizarro as you can. And I'll take one name off the list. Andy Dick is not the guy, okay? So go bizarre.
I'm the only guy, maybe the only person in Hollywood that Andy Dick has not tried to fuck.
I
Not be
know.
flattered or insulted.
I'm sorry.
Is he in politics or in?
No.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead right now.
Oh, fuck. Then I can't take my guess back. Orson Welles.
Nope. Good choice, but nope. But bizarro like that.
Steven Spielberg.
Nope.
Oh, no,
nope.
he's
You guys
alive.
are getting too Hollywood. I'm going to tell you, it's not Hollywood at all.
Already dead. Fuck. I can't
Well,
think
it's
of
not Epstein because he's not dead.
Yeah? Okay, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
I don't know.
Pablo Escobar.
Whoa.
That they think
Okay.
Pablo Escobar.
Why?
And now if you look at their eyes, they have the exact same eyes.
How do you link them? How'd they link them though?
It's like, dude, these guys called Edge of Wonder broke it down for me, man. They're like, yeah, man, same place where they're from, blah, blah, blah. Looks like it would in the, you know, it's like kind of fucking crazy. And you know who else they say is Hitler's kid? Fucking the Chancellor of Germany. And there's these like the equivalent of like Russia's CIA. There's a file that says that there was like Hitler had sperm saved and they took it. And
That's fucking weird.
Nothing sacred.
oh, it's chaos.
How many chicks do you think would willingly get impregnated with Hitler's sperm if they could?
All of them.
I mean, dude, chicks fuck garbage all the time if they think it will lead to a fat bank account and shit. And I don't blame them, dude. I wouldn't bang broke dick either. But I mean, if Darth Vader came down and took over the world, he'd be walking with nothing but smoke shows. Smoke shows don't give a shit if you're evil because it never affects their life. We've never oppressed hot chicks ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always on the winning side.
Rose the most oppressed hot chick out there. She has to live in front of a fucking painting of dead dildos. That's how bad her life is.
I don't know any better, man. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
hey, dude. As long as you're happy.
I could never date somebody for money. I could never date. Maybe once I'm older and not in my prime.
Give it time.
I'll change my mind a little bit, but I can't. I can't fucking give out blowjobs to fucking gross, old, disgusting penises.
Yeah,
I'll just get a job and make money.
Well, you've always been like that.
This is
You're a
easy.
grinder. You're a grinder.
This is easy.
Real quick. Can I show them my kids real quick?
Aww.
Aww.
Aw, look at it.
This
What
is
a
like,
cutie.
yeah.
Hi, baby.
This is
Aw.
Ghost. This is
Hi,
Ghost.
Ghost.
And this is her 13th podcast. So she is a
Oh, my God.
podcast veteran.
She's
Okay.
so cute.
Oh,
How many months is she?
They are just a day or two over 4 months.
Aw. Hi,
Okay, so-
girlie.
This is Ghost, and this is Ninja.
Ninja's always fighting. Look at her.
She wakes up. That's her 13th podcast, too. They are podcast veterans.
Aw.
All
Cutie
I gotta say
pies.
is,
Hi.
watch out, the Scalar brothers. There's a new
Aw.
twin act in town, and we're coming for your blood. Yeah.
Look at their eyes. They're so aware.
Oh, yeah.
Cutie pies.
Oh, yeah. Every day you come out, they've uploaded a new operating system. And you're like, okay, what'd you learn today? And then they, now they're sleeping. So we got through like the crazy part. So it's great, man. And everything you hear about kids is straight up like true. It's like you just every day, you're like, oh, I can't love kids anymore. And you see them, it's like, oh my God, I love you more. And then like you don't see them for 10 minutes and you come back, you're like, I missed you so much.
Aww.
Talk to me in about a decade when they're calling their dad faggot, okay? But you know what? Right now, it's all love. I'm enjoying the good times right now. They gotta get a job soon. I ain't paying for everything. Okay, get a job.
Cutie pies.
Get out there. Start working.
Love you, girlies.
They can't stop staring at their mom. All right, guys, I got a jam. Are we good? Did we bang out now?
Oh, yeah.
Did I cut you guys off enough on your own show?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was super fun.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. That was super fun.
Anytime. I love doing your show. Hit me up if I'm available. I'll do it anytime.
Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah.
All right, guys. Pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your Civil War pandemic, guys. Phase 3, here it is. Most likely fake alien attack. Get ready for that.
That's what I was thinking. It'll be like the comic book Watchmen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is next phase. This is we're in phase 2, civil unrest, race riots. Next one will be, because we're all going to get along. We're going, we all get along. And then aliens will come, and then we'll be like, fuck.
We have a thing that will finally unify us. We have an enemy that we can all hate.
Yeah. Well, and it's just going to be all digital, too. It's not going to be real.
Like 9/11 was.
Yeah. Hey, dude, 9/11's interesting, man, because, like, my question to anybody is, where is the rubble? Where's the rubble? Yeah. Dude, you're talking about 2 of the biggest buildings in the world. Where's all the cement, the fucking metal? Where is it? We see one picture of, like, it looks like it goes about 5 feet out. And where's the rubble?
They sold it. They sold it to somebody, didn't they? Didn't they sell it somewhere?
Yeah, they sold the steel, but where is the that's what they tell us.
Yeah.
That's what they tell us. But where's the rubble? It should be so if you guys are bored, and I'll get off on this. Look up Operation Northwood. Study that. And you'll find that that's how they were going to try to fake a war with Cuba. Is by hello.
Hi.
That's what my mother looked like as a baby, right there. Right there. That's my mom.
Very concerned.
She's a smiler. She always looks like the acid hit way too hard. She's like, whoa, I am tripping balls right now. Right. So look up Operation North. That's how they were going to fake get in the war with China, which they're going to fake that these college kids were going to go to this fucking big festival in Cuba, and they were going to have a big press conference. Bye, everybody. We can't wait to go to Cuba. They're going to put the plane in the sky, land it, and then put another plane in the sky and blow it up and blame it on the Cuban government. So now take a look at all this shit that makes no sense. Like, are you telling me 3 terrorists with little knives hijack an entire plane full of people? And everyone's like, if we listen, will you let us go? You're going to land the plane, right? It's like, dude, at about 5 minutes in this thing, it's like, fuck it. I'd rather die. I'm going to go kill one of Rose's cousins, okay? I'm going to go fucking slash their fucking throats, right? At some point, You're like, and it doesn't even make any sense. And the fact that when they actually take a look at where the calls came from, they were on the ground. They pinged to the ground. It makes no sense. So, and dude, the flight, you can't do that. You ask any like great pilot, like how did that happen? You can't fly that fast, that low. It's all, I think they put drones in the sky and they just full of explosives, and then they hit it with direct energy weapons. That's why it disintegrated.
Well, Building 7 should explain it for everybody.
No,
that just don't make sense.
Fuck Building 7. That's for chumps. Look at Building 6. Have you ever looked at Building 6?
Building 6?
Yeah.
No.
Look up Building 6 and you'll be like, oh, fuck. And the fact that nobody talks about it lets you know that Building 7 is just nonlinear warfare. And they put that out purposely. Why is this shot with 7 different angles? You know? Building 6. Go look at the Google fucking Building
world,
6.
Man.
And look at, dude, they tried to explode it and the wall stayed up. So it hollowed out. It's just the middle. Anyways, have a great weekend, guys.
Love you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right, let's talk shit about him. That guy sucks. He's so
That's
helpful.
pretty good.
Yeah, that was awesome. He's so helpful. Like, he even helped me during the broadcast because the reason it was feeding back was because my volume was too loud.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, he's so fucking helpful. I can't even goddamn believe it sometimes.
Yeah, I know. He's the best.
So few
Yeah,
comments.
I noticed it. I turned mine down a little bit, but yeah, for next time. I mean, I guess I can get headphones,
I
but
could try to figure out headphones as well. I would just have to order something off of Amazon.
yeah, I think my computer takes them actually, so it'll probably be better that way. So I don't have to.
Yeah, that was, I would say that was very helpful because that cuts down on most of the issues we had with the sound for the previous episodes.
Well, hopefully we won't have to do another Zoom, but
yeah, it was okay today because at least he
rants.
I let him go anyway. Yeah, so it's
he rants, so it's good.
You don't have to switch back and forth very much.
It's so funny because he always apologizes for it too. I was like, no, dude, go.